And welcome back to Cooking Fluent, our sixth episode, number 6. And today is Chinese cuisine. It is Kung Pao chicken along with noodles. And it's a favorite here. As you can see in front of you, we do have all the ingredients. And we greatly appreciate all of you coming back and checking out our channel. Let me go ahead and go over the ingredients. And once again, this is Kung Pao. Usually it's served over rice. We really like it over noodles. We think it's a great addition with both. It's kind of like chow mein or lo mein, but with the spices that make up the Kung Pao chicken. So let me go ahead and get started here with these ingredients. We've got, this is just chicken thigh. I've diced up into small pieces. Little 1/4-inch pieces, and this is dark meat. You can use white meat, you can use breast, but we decided to go with the thighs. I feel there's a little bit more flavor, not as much, the meat getting dry. And we'll be cooking all this in a wok. But as far as the ingredients go, for vegetables, you've got carrots, you've got onions. You can use white onions. We love the carrots in there. If you have bell pepper, green pepper, or any colored pepper you can use, that works as well. And for the actual ingredients that make up the sauce part or the flavor part, this is minced garlic, minced ginger, and these are dried chili peppers, which we're going to infuse the oil with. We've got some cooking wine, and this is just water. Soy sauce, I have a couple of containers for soy sauce. One is to marinate the chicken, and one is to actually generate that Kung Pao sauce. This is just chicken flavoring, which is like chicken bouillon, cornstarch, and then we have hoisin sauce as well as oyster sauce. And those two are a big part of the flavor. This is dark soy, and that's just to give that rich, dark color. White pepper, and this is just sugar. And then to top it all off, we just have some sesame seeds. All right, I've got some water boiling for the noodles, and I've already prepped all this, so we can kind of go straight ahead into the frying part, and let's get the wok hot and get everything in. All right, the wok is starting to heat up. What we're gonna do is just marinate this chicken prior to going into the wok. And what we're gonna do is just add some soy sauce. About a pinch of sugar, okay? And then we're gonna add cornstarch. And this will help it kind of seal in the flavor, as well as when we cook the chicken primarily, because it's kind of a two-step. It's going to allow us to get a coating on the chicken. And this is about a 1/4 cup, so that's what's going in there. And we're going to go ahead and mix it. And I do have the, this is the rice wine as well. We're going to add that. And we're just going to go ahead and stir. And then as far as the noodles go, believe it or not, we just use spaghetti. It works just fine. A lot of times you don't have, Chinese noodles sitting in the house, but the spaghetti works just fine. And this is just plain vegetable oil. So this is so you can make sure you get the sides, because you want the pan hot. And this is, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna infuse those chilies and let those sit in here for a little bit, just to kind of heat up the oil. And you want to let the chilies just really let out their flavor in this oil. These are not really that spicy. They're not that hot. If you want heat, what you'd want to use is, fresh chili, red chili. You can use chili garlic paste or sauce, and that'll really kick things up. And then at the end you can add more. But this is just to give fragrance. You can smell it. It'll get a little overwhelming if you leave it in here to burn. But as it gets dark and you start to really get the smell of the chilies, then it's about time to take out, because you just want to get that heat or the flavor, the smoked chili flavor in the oil. And as you can see, the wok is smoking hot. You want it as hot as possible when you're cooking this kind of food. To the left, you have the noodles, which I was boiling the water for. We're gonna go ahead and let that sit. And then as soon as it's ready, we're just gonna dump it straight in. And again, the water from the starch will generate, it'll act as a thickening agent on the dish at the end. All right, so we got it smoking hot. We're gonna go ahead and add the chicken, and this is the starting point. You want to put the chicken in here, and you want to let it cook about 75%. You don't want to let it cook further than that, because we're gonna cook it again. This is just to get it started, because the veggies do take a long time. And we get this cooked, we let it sit out, and then we put it back into the dish as soon as our veggies are ready, which we'll get to in just a little bit. So we're making the sauce, and this is the sauce that's going to actually flavor the chicken and the noodles. This is about a 1/4 cup of soy, and we're going to add about the same with water. It's just water, okay? And then we have dark soy. Again, that's for color. And then we have your hoisin sauce, and then your this is oyster sauce. So all this can be found at the regular supermarket. Nothing extremely special about that. And this is your hoisin sauce, which is a Chinese barbecue sauce. You've seen on my other videos, I use this in a lot of dishes. Add the rest of that. And then this is that chicken bouillon or chicken powder. I believe it's about a tablespoon. And we're gonna go ahead and add, again, a couple of pinches of sugar. This is because of the soy sauce, it breaks down. It's kind of the salty and sweet. And then on top of this, you can add, just to get a little bit more of the, let me get a whisk, a little bit more of the tangy, you can add rice wine vinegar, just a little bit. It kind of helps to cut it down. So if you have it, you can add it. If not, it's okay, but I've got some. That's it. Let me go ahead and whisk this in until we break down those clumps. And then with the heat, it will break down. All right, we've got some oil back in the wok. Chicken's already out. And we're gonna let this heat up just a little bit. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic and the ginger. And as soon as the aroma hits, which isn't gonna be long, you gotta keep mixing this. As soon as that aroma kicks in, you definitely wanna start adding in the veggies, because otherwise you're gonna burn the, you're gonna definitely burn the garlic. And I can smell it already. You want to keep them moving. Don't let it sit in one spot. Or at least I'm telling you the way that, I know there's probably thousands of ways. I'm just telling you how I do it here. And it's always worked out. And I could definitely smell the flavor. It's definitely coming in. I'm going to go ahead and add, believe it or not, the carrots first. And the reason I do the carrots first is because they take a little bit longer to kind of soften up, still have a bite. And the onions don't, so we're gonna add the onions, but I like to let the carrots sit in and just take a little while just to kind of get a little soft, a little bit of a soft but yet crunchy bite. You don't want to overcook them. All right, a couple minutes in, and we're gonna go ahead and add the onion. And I have quite a bit of red onion, so I'm using it. You can definitely use white onion. Probably see a lot more white onion, but either onion will work. And you want to let this start to cook, but you don't want the onions to break down too much. You want a bite. Sure, when you go to like Chinese restaurant and you eat the onions, they still have a bite. And you don't want to let this cook too long, because once we add the sauce and the chicken, we're going to actually let it sit and cook for a little bit. We're going to cover it just so the flavors all blend in. And I'm about to add the chicken in right now, which is kind of pre-cooked. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the sauce, the one that we made. I'm going to go ahead and drop it on there. Now, if you want heat, this would be a perfect time. Unfortunately, my wife does not eat a lot of spicy food, so we hold off until the end. But you can definitely add heat right now, such as garlic, like a chili garlic paste, sriracha. At the beginning, you can do fresh chilies, you know, the little red chilies. Whatever kind of heat that you want, you definitely want to add it at that time. And then to top this off, we have a little sesame seed one. And this, I want to do it right now because it's very, very pungent. The flavor is very, very strong, and I want to kind of cook it in instead of adding it at the end. All right, so the noodles are ready, and this is definitely ready. As you can see, the color is gorgeous. Everything's incorporated. We've let this sit for about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Not long, because the chicken was already pre-cooked, and this has been just on the fire. So let me go ahead and start adding all the noodles. We're going to add them directly in. And there you are. I'm also showing off the new cutting board. I might actually offer these. I'm just going to get a logo input in here, but it's pretty awesome. You know, our other one was a little small, so decided to step it up. But as far as the plate, here it is, Kung Pao chicken. I'm just going to add a little bit of sesame seeds, so you don't have to if you like. And then just a little bit of the chili garlic sauce, which I absolutely love. And then we'll go ahead and give it a taste. And thanks so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you know, get an update as far as when our next meal is. Definitely give us that like. You know, we're looking for some suggestions. I know we've done quite a bit with chicken. We're gonna do beef. I've got a couple of dishes. You know, we've got a list of dishes that we're doing, but we've got some beef that's coming in. We've got a little bit of fish and, you know, straight homemade salad. I mean, as simple as that. But I'm gonna give this a try.
You could top this off with green onion.
And if you have green onion, yeah. I don't have any, but green onion, you can top it off with green onion. It definitely does give that freshness. But as far as the noodles go, definitely salty, sweet, got the heat, and the preparation takes time, but once the preparation's done, it gets done pretty quick. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope it's something else that you can make. Let us know if you do make any of these dishes on what you think, and if you have any suggestions, definitely throw them in the comments, and we'll see you soon. All right, we're out.